right, welcome to the Let It Fly Show. I'm Michael Severe, joined by Josh Jones, Creighton University and Omaha Central. I went to go see Central play there, and I saw you. You were walking back and forth. I was like trying to wave, but you just, you do big time.
My gosh.
And got off to a poor start.
They did.
And then turned it around. And then proceeded to miss so many free throws.
I know, man.
I saw my boy, Mr. Rogers, was in the front row, and his kid was missing. I was like,
yeah.
Get that boy in the driveway.
Yeah, man. I think high school basketball overall.
Yeah.
I just feel like these kids got different motives, and they be thinking in their own mind. When they be missing them easy plays, it's because they worried about something else. Easy free
I'll tell you one thing. There were more three-pointers shot in that game. I don't even know the game anymore. I can't.
Blame Steph Curry.
It's all Steph Curry's fault, man. Hey, we, of course, are inside of the Let It Fly Sports Bar in the Capital District. 3 locations, La Vista, and, of course, Let It Fly out west as well. Lots of great specials. We are brought to you by Bud Light.
They make it easy.
They make it easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And, of course, no matter where you are in the state, no matter where you are in the city, no matter where you are, you can enjoy yourself a Bud Light. Yep. Whether you're watching Creighton, which we are watching currently. Obviously, by the time you hear this, the game will be already over. We'll get to them in the headlines a little bit later. I want to remind you about all the specials that are happening. We tape on a Wednesday, so it is
$1 wing.
$1 wing Wednesday.
I was watching the game, bro.
That's all right. I understand. It's tough. We got that going on, of course, and then every night, and then you got the happy hour, which is 3 to 6.
Yep.
And then reverse happy hour, which is 10 to 1. Mm-hmm. So check that out as well and have a chance to get you some great deals. On the show today, former Omaha Skutt, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and Nebraska Cornhusker Barret Liebentritt will join us to talk about his long journey throughout football. I watched him first play as a sophomore at Skutt.
Word.
They proceeded to win.
They won state championship, right?
They won his junior year at 19, and then you had that weird year in 2020. He ended up getting knocked out of the playoffs. But he went over to Notre Dame because he didn't get an offer at Nebraska, not even a walk on. As good as he was and as smart as he was, and then
coaching staff though.
Coaching staff was.
I'm gonna just say that.
Just very frustrating for me.
Not that he wasn't good enough.
No, he was definitely good enough to play. Yeah. And then came back, of course, and played for Nebraska. We'll chat with him coming up. But our headline number 1, and it's the retirement of one of the GOATs, one of the greatest boxers of all time,
and the greatest of this generation.
And it's funny. I had this written down. He's one of the greatest of not this generation, but of all time. Like, he may be the greatest of this generation.
Yeah, like Mount Rushmore.
Let's go Mount Rushmore.
I agree.
I saw somebody had him number 23 on the list of top 50. I thought it was ridiculous. And there's some guys, I say this about sports in general. You can't compare what Jim Tunney did in 1922 to what Bud Crawford's doing in 2024, 25.
No.
You can't. Jim Tunney may have been great.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Robinson was great, and he's one of the greatest of all time. But it's really hard to compare what those guys were doing.
That's true.
And for what Bud did in terms of his wins, what he did in terms of belts,
right,
and what he did in terms of moving up through the weight classes and winning championships, there's not a lot of guys that have ever done it. He's really the only one male boxer to do it.
It's like weird, bittersweet, because it's like it's legendary that he retired, because what he got to prove? He done everything.
Yep.
But then it's like, I was just getting warmed up to this next level.
I know. He obviously had opportunities to fight some more if he wanted to.
For sure.
But he'd proven to everybody what he had done. He wrote on social media, he put, walking away as a great with nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
He said, number 1, pound for pound. 3-time undisputed. 5-time division champion. 4-time lineal champion. He was the Boxing Writers Association Fight of the Year twice. He won 2 ESPY awards as well. And in the video, he said, every fighter knows the moment will come. We just never know when. I gave this sport every breath I had, every scar, every triumph, every ounce of my heart, and I've made peace with what's next. And now it's time. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like for everything that he accomplished, I can't say that he probably set out to actually go after. I think he went after what was in front of him.
Sure.
But I think greatness is what he was after, and it ended up being what it is.
Yeah, he was always a guy, more than money, was about belts.
100%.
It was about championships.
The love of the sport.
And he did that.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this. Going back to when I want to say 1975, 76. First years I remember watching boxing, Wild World of Sports, ABC boxing. In 1976 was the Olympics.
Yeah.
And that had the Olympics, of course.
Was that like the prime
that
of
that was Sugar Ray. Well, 74 was that Olympics had Sugar Ray Leonard in it.
Okay.
And so he was the big star. And everybody talked about him. And then, of course, 80, they had the boycott. But in 76, then every week, they would put him on TV. It felt like. Sugar Ray was getting interviewed. Sugar Ray was fighting. Sugar Ray was working out. And you're like, oh, man, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
Ali's career obviously was going down. He lost in 78, came back and won that same year against Leon Spinks.
This was post license suspension.
Oh, yeah. So the suspension happened at the end of the 60s.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, like 67, 68, 69. And then in the 70, he came back and had a fight. And then he had to fight against Frazier and lost.
Right.
Then he had his 3 fights with Norton. And he had 2 more with Frazier and a fight with Foreman. But those moments, the one thing that was almost always guaranteed was when those guys retired, they were coming back.
Yeah. Almost
every fighter. Sugar Ray retired like 4 times and came back. And so one of the few guys that didn't come back was actually Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
Did not. But you know what? He's got the money. I'm sure there will be some offers.
For sure.
For either a lot of money, for maybe another belt.
Yep.
Or maybe even to prove something else.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure there will come. I just don't know,
like,
with all the belts he has, with all the money he has, with everything he's proven, if he would decide to come back.
This is what I say about what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you retire, like, you only come back for that money fight, not the belt. I think that,
like Mayweather did.
Yeah, I think that you come back for a big payday because you deserve it.
Yeah.
And, like, now you look like top shelf. I mean, you've been top shelf. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, though, like, if I'm Canelo, I'm pissed.
Because he wanted another chance.
Ain't no way Bud Crawford going to retire and I don't get my get back.
Yeah, second chance, yeah.
So now if you want to fight Bud, you know, I already done everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to retire. You don't want to give me what I want? I'm just saying, we don't know if that's happening or not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
Certainly a chance.
If he came back
and
the money was good.
Yeah. So he's 38.
Yep.
Okay, so he's getting on the edge.
Man.
42-0, obviously. As you said earlier, not a lot left to prove.
Right.
Here's the one thing I think you come back for. One, you miss it.
For sure.
Now, more than the money and the belts.
Like Michael.
Yeah, you just miss it. You miss the getting hit. You miss the training. You miss the grind. You just miss it because you've been doing it since he was a little kid. Mm-hmm. So maybe that brings him back if he comes back. And then the other thing might be the ultimate fight. There's an ultimate fight out there.
I know. I'm trying to think in my head who it could be.
Well,
it's not about if he can. At his case, it's not about who can beat him or not.
It needs somebody who was a contender for him that needs to go out and win a fight. Mm-hmm. You know, go out and win a fight, and then you go, okay, now you've earned me, and then you come back for it.
David Benavidez.
That's fine. That's certainly one of them. And if David goes out and beats somebody and earns the right to then fight Crawford, maybe Crawford comes back, but maybe he doesn't. You know, in the end. Like I said, he goes down as one of the greatest of all time, not just generation, but one of the greatest of all time. That's where he goes down at it. And when they always say, when you call roll, it's not going to take a long time for it to get to his name.
That's right.
It's not going to take a long time. You call and roll.
Yeah.
You get to the second or third, maybe fourth guy.
For sure.
You're going to be saying Terrence Bud Crawford's name.
And the way that he retired, it wasn't really considered unorthodox. It obviously shocking. Nobody expected it. But he retired because he ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah, exactly. And it's him. You know, that's what him. He just puts out.
On his terms.
On his terms. Yeah. On social media. Wasn't made a big deal about it, really. Nah. Had a nice little video.
For sure.
Nice narration. It was good.
Before we go to second headline.
Yeah.
What do you think about Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul? That's Friday.
If Anthony Joshua
don't knock him out.
Does him knock him out,
I knew he was going to say that.
Shocked. I will be shocked. I mean, there's a size difference, obviously. The reach difference, obviously. The skill level, obviously. The power difference, obviously.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I believe when you have something to prove and you got knocked the hell out the last time you fought.
Right.
And you have the opportunity, Anthony Joshua, I think, is going to try to stop him.
Yeah, I think
early.
But the reason why is because of what you're saying. Like, He really is the one that got everything to lose.
He does.
You don't knock
does.
out Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And you're I don't even know that I know Joshua was going to be at 240.
He's a heavyweight, and then last time I looked, it was a cruiserweight for Jake Paul.
Right. So if he don't knock him out, it's going to make him look very vulnerable in the heavyweight division.
Yes.
He's going to look like a very basic style heavyweight fighter, and it's going to put, I think, a stain on the connotation of him getting fights.
Certainly. And I mean, he wants to have his 26 be his comeback.
Yeah.
It starts on Friday.
Because ain't he supposed to fight somebody in 26?
Yeah, they have a plan for him to fight. I believe it's March.
Yeah, you got to knock him out.
You got to knock this guy out and move on. The last fight he had, he got beat pretty badly. So,
this for him, this ain't even about knocking him out for the people. That was a Tank Davis thing.
Yeah.
Joshua just got to knock him out for a quick back and get ready to fight.
And then move on to the next.
For sure.
No doubt about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Just
I'm watching it.
Netflix. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
Headline number 2, Nebraska Basketball. 11-0.
Hey, can we say it? They nice.
Greatest start in program history.
Yeah.
They beat Wisconsin.
Yep. Illinois on the game winner.
They beat Creighton, both in blowouts, and then got themselves involved in a grinder after having a big lead and hit the winning shot to beat Illinois at Illinois.
I know. I'm going to just say this before we even go further.
Yeah.
No matter how the season ends up, because right now they getting, it's like, you know how sometimes the season just plays in your favor?
Yeah.
All of this is for me to look forward to Nebraska winning 2 games in the tournament.
Can they just win one first?
I think 2.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's a cart horse. The cart horse. Man, come on, man.
Hey, listen.
Let's just win one.
I'm going to just keep it real.
Just get one.
Like, I just feel like, because the way they playing, I'm just worried about their conference tournament.
No, I understand. Yeah.
And
they've won games in the conference tournament. And look, this is the highest they've been ranked.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, yeah, you're right. Celebrating where they at.
This is the highest they've been ranked and got a win over a ranked team since like the 60s.
Word.
I mean, it's crazy.
Word.
So, let's just win one game in a tournament. And you know what? They're old.
Yeah.
The average age of their starting 5 is 22 years old. They are like it's 21.8. They are a team that has veterans across the board.
For sure.
They have some guys on the bench who they're very comfortable bringing in.
Yeah.
Jacobson, Frager, Jared Garcia came off the bench and got like a quick 9.
I know.
So I mean, they're a good team. So they have coming up. So Price Stanford is averaging 17.8 and Rink Mass is averaging 20. Mm-hmm. Hoiberg and Lawrence together are combining for over 8 assists.
Yep.
And they have North Dakota and New Hampshire coming up some tune-up games.
12-0.
13-0.
13-0.
13-0. And then at home against Michigan State.
Man.
Michigan State, who's beaten 2 top 10, at least 2 top 12 teams so far.
Now.
That's a matchup, boy.
Let me just predict the shock. Wait, where? You probably don't know right now unless you look it up.
What?
Nebraska versus Michigan.
Michigan, when do they play, you're asking me?
Yes. When and where?
They play.
And this is how I'm going to tell you how the season going to go.
They don't play for a while. They play January 27th at Michigan.
Oh.
And they only play them once.
Right. And so do you understand that Michigan is beating people by 30?
Well, do you know Michigan State has beat 2 top 10 teams?
Damn.
Michigan State is good. And at least they get Michigan State at home, though.
Yeah.
They get Michigan State at home. Then they go. So look at the next 4 games.
Okay.
After they play North Dakota and New Hampshire. They got Michigan State at home.
Word.
At Ohio State, at Indiana. And then home for Oregon. What do you think they go in those 4?
I was just thinking that. I think they get Michigan State at home.
Really?
I do.
Yeah.
I think that they get Oregon at home.
Okay. Oregon's struggling.
Yes. What's it? You said Indiana and who else?
Ohio State and Indiana.
I think that I think they can go in Ohio State and win.
Yeah.
I think they go 3-1.
All right. So the first loss would be at Indiana of the season.
Yep.
They have a lot of winnable games on here. I mean,
right.
They need to go 500, I think.
Yes.
In Big Ten play to feel comfortable as like a 6 or 7 seed.
Yeah.
But if they can win, so they play, I mentioned teams they play, but they've got Washington at home, that should be a win. At Northwestern should be a win. At Minnesota should be a win. Rutgers. There's a Northwestern at home. There's a Penn State game. Maryland USC's not playing great. I mean, they could win 11, 12 games in the Big Ten.
I'm just envisioning it.
They could do that, man. That's certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
And that would put them they'd put them in a situation where maybe they could be as high as a 5 seed.
Yeah, I think
as long as they stay healthy. Yeah,
I want to be able to say, and I'm saying it now, Nebraska's legit.
Yeah.
Like, forget at some point, it's not their fault that the car, they getting Drew the house hand.
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, yeah, whatever. Creighton is down this year. Still a loss.
And they beat them like they're supposed to. 21 points.
Exactly.
Beat them by 21.
They're beating people like they're supposed to.
Yep.
So Nebraska is legit. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And shout out to Coach.
Headline number 3, of course, is Creighton. Sitting at 5-5. Now, I can tell you, we're watching the Creighton-Xavier game right now as we tape. They're beating the hell out of Xavier. It's 49-22.
Right.
So they'll move to 6-5. Creighton hadn't been, at this point of the season, sub 500, which they would have been if they lost this game, since I believe 2009.
Yeah, I was there.
So that's the last year for Altman?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was the last time they were sub 500 at this point in the season. So they're not going to be. They're gonna be 6-5 after beating Xavier tonight.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a long way to go. They have Xavier tonight, probably win. They got home for Marquette, Utah Tech thrown in there. Then they got Butler and on the road at Seton Hall.
Yeah, I like that schedule because you got to that Utah Tech game is kind of healthy to give them some confidence.
Yeah.
The way they looking,
They're
I
getting
can't
some
say
confidence tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting Creighton out. I'm not going to sit here and say like at some point it's I trust Coach Mack, but when y'all gonna play?
I know.
Like,
well, they're shooting the heck out of the ball tonight. I mean, I don't know the stats, but I've seen a lot of threes go in.
Yeah.
So they're shooting it well.
Right.
You know what? And I know you've seen this before with Coach Mack. In that second half against Kansas State, he's like, I'm running with my 6.
Yes.
These are the only people playing.
I love it.
And he's like, I know they're going to be tired. They're going to play a lot of minutes. He's done that before. And that's the people he feels comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing that for like at least the last almost 10 years. And because basketball has changed.
Yeah.
And you don't really got time to be trying and splitting minutes with your best shooter and best defender. You need the guy.
This guy's got to play.
Yeah. I respect it. I respect it.
Coming up, we're going to chat with Barret Liebentritt, former Skutt, Skyhawk, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and Nebraska Cornhusker when we come back here on the Let It Fly Show. All right, welcome back to the Let It Fly Show. This week's guest played linebacker and fullback or tight end over at Skutt, and then he went to Notre Dame, and then came back to Nebraska where he played fullback. Barret Liebentritt joining us here on Let It Fly Show. My nickname for you was Barret Lieben hit the shit out of you. That was my nickname because every time I go to a Skutt game, you be laying people out, man.
Yeah, it was fun playing fullback there.
Oh, I bet. Let me ask you, in terms of like your whole path has been really interesting. Would you change anything?
No, I mean, honestly, super happy with how things turned out. Coming out of high school, I mean, I had told Coach Thurman, I'm like, I want to go to Nebraska. Like, that was kind of what I said. And things, for whatever reason, didn't work out. They had a bunch of walk-ons already assigned to their class. They didn't have a spot. And so I kind of talked to some different schools. I had good ACT score, good academics.
I was about to say,
and so I was
great.
like,
One of the smartest
I was like, yeah. So I talked to Northwestern, Stanford, Notre Dame, and out of those 3, Notre Dame was the one that's like, hey, if you get into school, like, we'll take you. And actually ended up on the waiting list for a while, which of all things, the academic side was the one that held me back for a little bit. But got lucky. And then, of course, once I got on the field there and then Coach Rhule came to Nebraska and they said we're going to use a fullback, I was like, sign me up. So
here's the crazy thing about Nebraska with him. So he's smart enough to where he would not have needed to get a scholarship.
Right.
Right? Because you got a presidential scholarship if you wanted to, right? And then it would have helped the GPA of the school and the team.
I know how that goes.
If he just goes there, to not choose him was silly.
Yeah.
Does that irk you at all?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. I mean, I would have loved to have played for Nebraska coming out of high school, but honestly, I think for me in my development, it was probably best that I ended up at Notre Dame and was able to compete with some of the best players. I mean, I got there and I was like playing linebacker, but I was playing kind of a rover. And I remember like my first practice, I go out there and I'm playing man-to-man defense. Never played man-to-man in high school, and it's Michael Mayer lined up across it. Like, I mean, I didn't know if college football was going to be for me when that was, but eventually put on some weight and got me switched over to fullback and turned out pretty good. So.
Right. Every next level has a welcome to moment.
Yes.
So what was your welcome to Notre Dame moment?
I would say for me was my very first play, getting on the field. We were playing, so it was Ohio State game day, first game of the year, like top 5 matchup, and at Ohio State and playing kickoff return. This guy, number 21, I can't remember his name now, but he was not going for the ball carrier at all. He just ran straight at me, and I got knocked on my butt, like both feet in the air. It was the first time it ever happened to me on a football field. And I was like, whoa.
What? Yeah.
So my friends still give me crap about that. They're like, we were all hyped up to watch you, and we're watching you, and the next thing you know, you're laying on your back.
I can see the bottom of your shoes.
Yeah. So, but you figured it out after that. So
I always tell people, you know, a young player, you got to get on special teams, right?
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
There's nothing more collision friendly than special teams. It does bring you into the game pretty quickly, though,
Exactly.
right? I mean, once you've played that position, whether it be coverage or you're playing return, you taking shots.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I had a kind of a weird path. The way that I got on special teams was kind of through offense. So Notre Dame, they didn't necessarily do like Nebraska. They had 3 teams playing at different times. They'd get reps to everybody. Notre Dame, they were kind of like first team, second team. And so over like camp, I had gotten maybe 5 reps, maybe in 5 practices, and I was just smacking people.
Right,
and so
right.
they were eventually, the special teams coordinator saw it and was like, we're going to put you on special teams. And so actually playing offense in practice got me on to special teams, which was kind of unique for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about this? So, not about win percentages and all that. Culture-wise, what's the biggest difference between Notre Dame and Nebraska?
I had that question too.
I think both coaches are awesome. I mean, Coach Freeman's as good as it gets in college football. I think Coach Rhule is really, really good and continuing to get Nebraska better. He's a big reason why I came to Nebraska is because I believed in him. I still believe in him, and I think he's doing really good things for Nebraska. I think continuing to develop, like Notre Dame, when I first got there and compared to Nebraska when I first got here, is like the depth of talent on that team. Like second-team guys in Notre Dame could step in and play right away, and in Nebraska, we didn't quite have that yet. And so continuing to build that up is kind of the next step. And I think Coach Rhule's doing that. He's really good at team building, mindset building, like getting guys to think the right way and do things the right way. So really happy that I got to play for both. Pretty sweet coaches.
Former Husker Barret Liebentritt joining us here on the Let It Fly show. I want to talk a little bit about Notre Dame. My uncle's, his godchild is playing there now. He's like a 4-string quarterback. He's the holder. But he got on campus and he walked around. He's like, I've seen all this on television. Yeah. And I've seen Touchdown Jesus and all that on television, but being there, what was it like on that campus? Because it's fairly legendary, you know? I mean, there's a lot of old school blue blood football feel on that place in South Bend.
No, I mean, South Bend bleeds football. You go out, like, campus is beautiful. You go off campus, there's nothing. So, I mean, that whole place is football. And they keep it beautiful. The whole campus is awesome. I mean, like pregame, they have we do like the pregame walk. We go to mass in the basilica. I mean, the prettiest basilica you could ever see. And then you walk about a half mile to campus, and it's lined. They're playing the fight song, and they do a pep rally. You got Manti Te'o or old players coming up and talking, giving a pep rally type deal as we go in, and then. I mean, the game is just football. They don't play any ads in the stadium. It is just football. So it's a cathedral of college football.
I'm assuming you've seen Rudy.
Yeah, I have.
Did you have that kind of feel at all?
Yeah, a little bit to it. Yep. Actually, at the Shrine Bowl, it was kind of funny. The Coach McLaughlin at Platteview, he kind of played into that, and we watched Rudy one night, and then they did kind of the whole like put me up on the shoulders, carry me out of the movie theater. Man. I was like, okay, but it was pretty funny.
Give us some memorable, like the most memorable game as a Fighting Irish and as a Husker.
Yeah, so I think my favorite one at Notre Dame was we were playing Clemson. This was Freeman's first year, and we'd lost to Stanford, we'd lost to Marshall, and we were like, whatever. We were about 500, and Clemson came to town. Number 4, DJ Uiagalelei was quarterback, and we beat him by like 21. Rushed the field, my family was there. That was probably my favorite game because I was getting to play, and we beat Clemson. I mean, that's as cool as it gets. And then Nebraska, it's got to be Colorado. Beating them. I mean, when Tommy Hill had that pick six, it was the loudest crowd pop I've ever heard. So beating Shador, beating Dion, that's as good as it gets.
That's pretty big as it gets. How much did it? Because you were around that time. How much did COVID affect your recruitment at all? Was that a part of you had to deal with it? Because you guys won a title in 2019 at Skutt, right?
Yep.
And 2020 was your senior year.
2021 was my senior year.
Okay.
We won in 2019, 2020.
Gotcha. And you were going out recruiting.
2019,
in 2020, you guys were going through your recruiting process. How much did COVID affect that?
It was. I mean, I didn't get to go visit any schools. So when I ended up committing to Notre Dame, like I had never seen the football facilities. I had gone to campus once and it was like looking in through windows of buildings. And I had never met the coaches. I mean, we had talked on the phone a little bit, but going into it blind, it really it made it hard for me, and probably part of the reason I think that I ended up trying to walk on somewhere is because before my junior year, I had a fractured vertebrae then, and then before my senior year was all COVID. So really didn't get a chance to get in front of coaches and get my film out as much as I would have liked, but I wouldn't change it for anything. So,
So, you always can go as big as you can. But if you didn't go as big as you could, where would you have went where you can play right away, all-time leading rusher or whatever that? What was that school that you was thinking about?
I didn't really have any other options. It was basically I was going to play big-time college football, or I was going to use my academics and go
respect,
just go to school. So, I mean, when Notre Dame came and said that I could go and play there, I mean, it was kind of that or nothing at that point. So,
okay.
If I was going to sacrifice my body, I wanted to do it at the highest level. I'm like, why? No better place than Notre Dame, Nebraska. I mean, so I love football. I love doing it, but I think playing in front of 90,000 is as good as it gets. So that was kind of my draw to playing college football.
Okay. Well, go back to that 2019 year. You guys won Class B state championship. You were obviously playing on both sides of the ball. Where were you more valuable, on defense or offense? I
would say probably as a fullback blocking. I mean, our backfield was really good. We had Caden Becker. We had Sam in backfield. So, I mean, we had just some studs. He was playing at Wyoming now. So, I mean, we had three kind of D1 scholarship guys. Well, not me, scholarship, but two D1 scholarship guys and then me back there. So we could really run the football and do some things that way. But ultimately, it didn't end up, quite making it to finals our senior year and whatnot. So would have loved to have ran it back a senior year, but
that was just a tough year, man. It was a weird year.
I remember
I called the Class B championship. It was Aurora and Elkhorn, and it was just weird. You couldn't you had to wear masks. You couldn't go to practice. I had to sit up in the stands. It was just a weird year all over. And I can't imagine what it was like trying to play through it.
Yeah, exactly. And so that with the whole recruiting process and everything, it was a weird year. And then with the recruiting classes, now you had an extra year of eligibility for the kids who were a year older. So we had an even bigger class.
Because you played another year at Nebraska?
I could have, So fractured my vertebrae last year.
Yeah.
And
that's really been done.
That made me miss the rest of the year.
Yeah.
After game 6.
Correct. So it was Indiana game.
Yeah.
We had ran our hammer play. It was pretty much what I ran every time I went in the game.
Yeah.
And hit the guy, Coach Brown. So he's like, "Oh, that was a great block," or whatever. And I'm walking off the field, and it's just like, "Oh, that hurt."
Yeah.
But so continued playing through that game with they were like, "Oh, you should be good. You should be good." Caught a kickoff return, ran it back, and then ultimately just Monday tried to jog onto the field. And I'm like, this isn't right. And so they said I had compression fracture of my T6 vertebrae.
Wow.
So they described it like a pop can getting crushed.
Yeah.
And they're like, never goes back to normal. So, I was like, I'll go to whatever, go do dental school or whatever next.
Right. So you were forced out of the game.
Right.
Yes, I was forced out of the game.
Yeah.
My mind still thinks I can do it. My body says no.
I'm with you on that. I can understand from my own personal circumstances.
Yeah.
So were you growing up, did people give you the spiel of hey man, get your education. You never know when sports go in. Or was it in that moment where you was like, well, lucky I'm smart? Which one was it for you?
No, I always had the academic side going for me. My parents talked to me about that since I was little. Football was kind of like my goal, and I got to be a high school. I was like, I just wanted to start on varsity.
Right.
And so it wasn't until kind of my junior year when I played well, we won the state championship, that I was like, all right, maybe I'm good enough to go and see if I can compete at the highest level. So luckily I've always had that academic side of things. And so it kind of takes the pressure off of playing football. I can just go play. It's not like that's how I'm going to make my money or that's all I got. So I kind of had that pressure lifted off of me, which I see for a lot of guys now, it's not that case. So I'm lucky that I was able to take advantage of it and now do this. So
Barret Liebentritt joining us here on the Let It Fly show. Walk us through the conversation when it was initiated with Matt Rhule, when you were thinking about coming back here. How did that who'd you have to go talk to? How'd that all work?
Yeah, so kind of talked to one of my trainers back here. Mike Goolsby knew some people at Nebraska, and he had kind of helped me with when I went to Notre Dame. He had talked to Dave Poloquin there and some of the other guys, and so he was kind of my connection then, and he sort of talked to Nebraska, and they were like, "We can't talk to you. You got to go in the portal."
Right.
And so Coach Freeman was like, he was nice to me, and he was like, "Hey, if you go in the portal, we'll take you back, whatever." And so reached out, sent him my film, and went and visited, and Coach Rhule was like, "Yeah, we'll take you," basically. So, the process is just really what kind of sold me originally was he said, we want to use a fullback. And then they went into that spring game and they had Coach Solich there and they gave the ball a fullback.
Right,
and I was kind of like, I was like, that sounds pretty cool to go play fullback. So it just worked out and the timing was right.
Yeah,
so.
I'm glad that you came back home, but there's not like a percentage of you that's like, nah, man, you didn't recruit me out of high school and offer me. You don't feel
different
like that?
coaching staff, right?
Different coaching staff, different opportunity.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
But at the same time, I mean, I would have loved to have.
Yeah,
would have loved to have gotten it right away. At the same time, I always wanted to go here. I mean, that's kind of how I was. So Nebraska guy, grew up here. And I love Notre Dame, and it was great. But I mean, truth was, I was paying $75,000 a year, and I had broken my fibula that spring, and so I'd missed my whole spring ball there. I wasn't going to have a chance to compete that year, and it was like, if I was going to get a chance to go play offense, I thought the best chance to do it was at Nebraska, and it just kind of lined up. So that's really what sold it as much as
respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go back to $75,000 a year as having two kids who are going to be in college.
At 7% interest, it adds
so
up
you
fast.
get the academic money at Notre Dame?
Nope. I mean, I was. When you're there, I mean, I'm an average student there.
Right.
So,
Because you could have gone here, had a presidential, gone to school for free, and they pay you a little bit of money too.
Yep,
sir.
Yep.
And you went to Notre Dame where you had to pay $75.
Talk about betting on yourself.
It was a little nerve-wracking. My dad helped convince. He's like, hey, you really only get one chance to do that. And he's like, worst case, you go for a year, you don't like it, you can always come back. Now, I ultimately didn't really think it would be like, come back, go play football.
I know, man. What's your dad do for a living?
Dentist.
Yeah, go figure.
That's a little bit. A little bit different. Yeah.
So tell me about dentistry. Like, did you always? Obviously, like kids want to be like their fathers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what got you into it. But when did you say, all right, I know for sure I don't want to do anything else but dentistry?
Yeah, I mean, really through a lot of college, I was like, I probably thinking about med school was really my thought for a long time. And then shadowed some doctors and kind of was just like feeling out that whole process. And I was like, I don't know that I didn't like the hospital scene as much. I kind of liked the business side of things. And so being able to own my own practice was part of the reason that I was like, hey, maybe dental school does make a lot of sense. I mean, works pretty good for my parents. They do well. I enjoy that. And I enjoy working with my hands was really one of the big attractions. So being able to work with my hands, work with people all day, I mean, it kind of just lined up. So.
It's interesting. My youngest just got braces as part of all the stuff he's going through. And I go in there and talk to him, and the dentist kind of roams around, and the assistants are doing a lot of the work, and he gets in there for a minute, and then that's it. He's like almost like a consultant, which it's a pretty cool gig.
I know a few guys that own practices. For sure.
It's not a bad deal.
But you worked your way to get that.
Yeah, I know. You get to the point, of course. Did you see real quick Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as a kid?
I did, yes.
Okay, so the whole idea, the kid wanted to be a dentist, right? And so for me, every time I think of dentist, I think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know why.
Hey, you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I didn't even. Maybe I just skipped that part. I just always thought about Rudolph.
They made fun of him because he wanted to be a dentist.
I didn't pay attention to that. I said Rudolph either.
And then the other thing is, this might be a little old for you, but on Seinfeld, they had the whole thing about anti-dentite.
Yeah.
The guy didn't like dentists because the dentist used to tell Jewish jokes. It's a very funny show.
Yeah.
That's my other.
No, I know about Seinfeld.
That's my two.
I'm old enough, bro.
I know. But you know what? Not everybody watched it. I understand.
All right, got a
Go
question
ahead.
for you.
Yeah.
Seinfeld or Friends?
Me?
Yes.
Seinfeld, by far.
Seinfeld.
By far.
Right.
They had brothers actually on Seinfeld. They had none on Friends.
Yeah, no.
So I wasn't watching. I gotta have a couple.
I haven't watched like any seasons or any full episode.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, I would say Friends.
My wife would choose Friends. I think the younger people.
I've never watched neither
I think
one.
the younger people.
I haven't watched either one either.
So I'm not-
I
see a lot more clips of Friends than I do of Seinfeld.
Exactly.
That is true.
Yeah, me too.
That is true.
That's why I said
There's nothing more pervasive in society and culture than Seinfeld was, because there's so many things they did that people still say.
But I heard that Friends
Like the yada
always
yada thing
had a
and-
superhero on every episode, like somebody saving the day.
I guess so.
Is that fair?
But there was always a superhero on Seinfeld because he had a Superman thing right behind his head too.
He loves Seinfeld.
I do like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Hey, walk me through, and you mentioned this a little bit. Marcus Freeman looks like he can still play, right? I'm guessing he probably goes in the weight room with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
How much is that like making you like want to do more when your head coach is in that kind of shape?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Freeman, he kind of lives out everything he preaches. He's out there. I mean, he's throwing up 225. He probably throw it up 25 times.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's still a big dude. He definitely looked like he could play.
Yeah.
But that's the type of guy. I mean, you could run through a wall for that guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
He does it. I mean, off the field, on the field.
Yeah.
And, I actually got to be in his linebacker room when I was there first. So like, showed up there, and he's D coordinator, and now he's head coach at Notre Dame. So kind of crazy to see how.
Yeah.
After Kelly left, and he took over, right?
Yeah.
What about in terms of Matt Rhule and his motivational style?
Yeah, he's also very good at talking and being able to get teams going. And some of the things that like he talks about is trying to just maximize every day. He got like sort of that alpha mentality, being able to like say that I'm the best and have that confidence going in every game. I think that's something that I continued to work on throughout my whole career, is just I'm going to find a way to beat you no matter what it takes. So he was really good for that, and he continues to build a team, I think.
Yeah,
Who are some inspirational coaches that have got you to where you are now? And even if you don't keep contact with them, who are your guys that you remember along the way?
I had a bunch of really good coaches when I was growing up. A lot of them were former 90s. I mean, I had Lance Brown ran Junior Skyhawks.
Yep.
I had Matt Hoskinson, Monte Cristo, Jamel Williams. All those guys coached over there. So Coach Turman. I had Vers, Coach Vers, Miss Vers. But
I know
all those guys. So I've been fortunate to have so many good coaches, and a lot of them were former Husker football players. So kind of just all fit together.
Did they ever like try to persuade you, or was it just something that you know they were there? Like, because if I was a former Husker, I'd be like, if he's doing something nice, I'd be like, and you can be a Husker. You're like, was it that, or was
Trust
it
me,
just...
they talked to Skutt.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
He even got to say
they talked to Skutt. I know for a fact. I know one particular one that. Talk a little about Matt Verzal and what he was, because the thing about Matt is that he was straightforward.
Yep.
He didn't like beat around the bush about stuff. You know, if you didn't work hard enough, he sold you whatever. What was it like having him as one of the coaches?
He was kind of the real coach. So like Coach Turman, I think he's always like, he's kind of happy, like nice. And then Vers was like, he was the business guy. Like, he was going to give it to you straight, whatever it was. And I think that you kind of had that balance between the two of them that worked really well.
Yeah.
But he had a way of like connecting with players that, I mean, when you go to like his celebration of life, he had a whole stadium, like a high school stadium full of people there. And so you could just tell the way he impacted people, the way he connected with people was special. I mean, you go to Pisons to eat the pizza, you went there to see Vers.
Talk to Vers, yeah.
So that was kind of the thing that he really did well was connect with the players, and then he just knew ball. I don't know how he could watch the wide receiver, he could give him advice, same time he's giving the quarterback advice, giving the offensive lineman advice.
Yeah.
So, he could do it all.
Yeah, not trying to have controversy or anything, but what's your take on Raiola leaving?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was necessarily a huge surprise. I think that's kind of what people have been thinking for the time now.
Yeah.
I mean, even just I think back to last year around kind of this time.
There was
talks.
That's crazy.
We kind of had. I mean, we were sitting. I mean, even just sitting at training table, those conversations were going on, and so Dylan was, I mean, great teammate. He's one of the hardest working guys. I mean, put in all the time, did it all. So I hope he does really well. Yeah. But it's just I mean, such is college football now. The way it's set up is you can come and go.
Yeah.
And so
what's your thoughts on
get
that?
A new one.
Yeah, no doubt. Go get the next man up. But what's your feeling on the way the portal is set up now? Because it's got to be strange. We talk so much about it being a family, and you're all together.
Yeah.
But guys are moving and coming in and going out so much. What is that like?
Yeah, it is. It's changed so much even from when I first got. So when I first got to Notre Dame, I mean, NIL was just kind of coming into play. I mean, guys would get $3,000 a month or whatever, and that felt like a lot of money. They would have guys. They had to go do like a service project. You'd have to go work for food bank. You had to like earn your money.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's just like we hand you a check for whatever it is, thousands, millions, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it would be nice if they could find a way to shape college football to where it encourages people to stay. It encourages whether it be like multi-year contracts where you're only eligible at one school, or whether it's incentivizing pay to where if you stay an extra year, I mean, you just got to find a way to get some stability and then align the schedule of the season so that we don't have coaches leaving after signing day or coaches leaving when the playoffs are happening.
Right.
And so I think both the scheduling and trying to find a way to get multi-year deals rather than just it incentivizes players to leave financially now. The way the system's set up.
Would you say that it's like
at times.
Would you say that it gets we're getting away from the love of the game and it's more of a business now?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's part of the way I think Coach Rhule runs it. He's like it's business and a little bit of that NFL style, which I think I think that's kind of the right way you have to approach it now. Is guys are going to be coming and going. You've got X amount of money to spend. I got to build a roster, and then at the end of the year we evaluate. Okay, is this guy living up to it or is he not living up to it?
Yeah.
And so it's becoming more cutthroat, and I don't know if that's necessarily
good or
like
bad.
what college football. When I got into it, I got into it to play college football, to be on a team, and I was kind of old school the way I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's changed a lot.
So I got to follow up to that. So
Barret Liebentritt joining us.
As a player, with the NIL, the business side going on, like, does it make players move like it's business and not really like they're worried about getting theirs, or is or is there a little bit of the camaraderie that it used to be? Like, because to me, the way you explain it is like, it seemed like national champions just happen to have the best athletes to do the best job versus the best team. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, how do players move now?
Yeah, I still think that they do a really good job of like building a team. And a lot of the good teams now kind of have a core group of guys, and then you add the transfers and you build off of that. And you kind of have your core group of guys who have the way we do things, sort of the culture. They build it, and then you add in the transfers onto that who have the talent to make it happen, take that next step, and you add that around it. So it's kind of a combination of both. And I think that's kind of what Coach Rhule's trying to do, and he's doing a good job. I mean, last year he talked about building through the portal, and I think we'll kind of get to see it this year if that's going to be the case.
What's the feeling in the locker room? Because who was next to you in the locker room? Who sat next to you?
It sort of switched around a little bit, but we were always by the running backs. Yeah.
I think I know where you're going.
You could be next to a guy who's making $600,000 a year, right?
Yeah, you feel me?
Is there a little bit of
animosity?
And I don't even want to use the word jealousy. I don't know. Is there a weird feel? A weird feel in the locker room?
I never had any animosity for anybody. I was happy. I mean, college football players have it as good now as they ever have. It's the best situation for them in terms financially.
Right.
Now, for me, I wasn't getting NIL. That wasn't why I was in it. So I liked the camaraderie and playing football part of it.
For sure.
And so it definitely was a different experience. It changed kind of the way I looked at it, the way I took it. But no, I wouldn't say there was necessarily animosity, but I mean, there's always the talk like, hey, is this guy earning his money? You see it on Twitter. It's a lot more pressure from the outside.
Definitely.
As much as anything, like guys in the locker room, I mean, it's not so much like we're all there to play football. Most everybody's getting paid. Like that's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
But from the outside looking in now, it's like you got to earn it more so than ever before.
Yeah. Like we used to in the business and journalism, you'd always kind of, well, it's a college kid, it's going to school. Now I think more of those folks look at it and go, well, he's a semi-pro. He's making money. So they feel they can criticize more.
So they criticize college
It feels like they can criticize more than they did when I first got into business. So to start at 24, Emmet Johnson was the fourth-string running back. Did you see the potential that Emmet produced this year?
I mean, to say that he was going to be an All-American, I couldn't have said that. But, I mean, like you said, he was a fourth-string, and then he's a third-string, and he was going to transfer. I think Dana Holgorsen, one of his best things he's done since being here is getting Emmet to come back.
Yep.
Like, Emmet had moved out. He had moved back to Minnesota.
Wow.
Like, he was gone. And then one day we're sitting in Luke Lindemeyer's basement, and here comes Emmet Johnson walking down with his bags. He's got his clothes. He's like, I'm back, and then posted on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we found out. But, I think Coach Bartle did a really good job with him. I think he's done a great job getting Emmet ready to play, no matter when he was a third-string, fourth-string. But his ability to make guys miss, as good as anybody in the country. It's awesome.
Wow. So we all knew he went in the portal, but he was gone.
Yeah, I mean, he had moved out. He was out
like
of Lincoln. He was gone. And then it wasn't like he was negotiating money or anything. He came back and he said, I mean, I think they might have paid him a little bit more, but he was like, I just wanted them to say, like, you're going to be the guy, basically. Like, we value you. Because I don't think he felt that the first few years necessarily. And so to the same level he did certainly this year with Holgorsen. And it just, the way that he plays, I mean, fits our style perfectly.
So according to the goals of the team this year, was this year a bust, a wash?
I mean, to say a year is a wash or a bust is probably hard to say. But, no, I mean, when you're sitting there and you got 6 wins, you're hoping we could have won a few more and not gotten blown out a few times. I mean, you're always saying that. But, I mean, you lose your starting quarterback, that never helps your situation either.
True.
But, I think we sort of saw some flaws that are being exposed a little bit, and now it's like, all right, what do we need to do this offseason to fix those? And I think we're gonna have to hit the portal hard. We're gonna have to get. I mean, there's a number of positions that we can continue to improve on, and hopefully give us a chance to make a run. I mean, next year's going to be tough with the schedule we have and everything else. So,
November 1st, they're leading USC. They got the ball at the 27-yard line.
He talk about this like every week.
And if they win, if Dylan doesn't get hurt and they win that game, I mean, they might be 9-3.
You're right,
and it's a whole different thing. But one play. I mean, it shouldn't change everything, but that one play really turned the season around.
That's the thing with college football. I mean, the gap between the good teams and the bad teams is so small. It's like 2 or 3 plays in a game, and so it's hard to say like, all right, it comes down to this, or this. And, I mean, you work all year, and I mean, 1 catch, 1 drop, and that's kind of difference between now being 9-3 and being
7-5.
So I want to talk about dentistry a little bit more before we get out of here. What's your goals? Like, do you ever want to? Are you just passionate about just dentistry in general, or you want to own your own practice? What's your goals with that?
I mean, I would love to own my own practice eventually. Right now, I was focused on getting good grades and just surviving the semester. I mean, I barely slept the last few days, but eventually, I mean, would love the opportunity to specialize if it opens up. Michael says I got to go peds, so
we need you, man. We need you. There's not enough of them out there.
There's not enough of them out there. There's not.
So
I would love to own my own practice. Would love to open one up and probably be in the Omaha area. Is the plan. So won't be going far.
Are there like dentistry like habits where since you want to be a dentist, you always look at somebody's teeth? Or are there anything crazy like that?
I'm more self-conscious about my teeth now. I'm surrounded by everyone's got perfect teeth. I'm like, dang, I gotta step on my game.
Maybe in 2026, because of the way college football is, especially for the Huskers, you should be the veneer guy.
That's what I'm saying. I should start giving some diamond grills, something like that. That's what I'll work on next.
Last thing for me, you ever think about coaching? Like, I mean, I know you're really busy. I know you're really busy, and I know.
I coached at Skutt this year, so like, So this summer I was.
That's legendary.
I was there all summer, working with them, and then during the fall I would just do like Friday nights. I get done with class and then go out. And then Sunday kind of game plan.
So there's a chance that even though you're pursuing the degree to be one day a dentist. You could be a specialist, general practice. We don't know. But if coaching ever happens, you might actually pursue it.
I don't know if it would be like pursue it, but I'm going to be around the game no matter what. I'm going to be coaching, whether it's technique, whether it's little. I mean, this year was fun. My brother's playing. He's a junior at Skutt, so I really have enjoyed getting to help him. I mean, we're watching film, talking about football all the time. So it's good for me because I miss it. I wish I was still playing. I still think I can play even though I can't.
I'm with you.
Don't look like I can play anymore.
I feel like I think I can play.
The size of that head, man. I know that you can still hit somebody.
Yes, even still,
Your brother's recruitment. Well, how's that been?
It's been good. He's it's crazy now because I mean his first offer was Penn State of all places, which is why. And then
Rhule.
He goes and visits. He goes and visits for the whiteout game, and they lose in overtime.
Oregon, whatever. What it is. It's Penn State.
And then all of a sudden it just fell apart. Now Coach Franklin's gone, and so he went up again when they played Nebraska actually. And those coaches all are like. I mean, they're honestly like, you should root for us to all go all over the place, and then you'll have different options and whatnot. So, he really likes those staff. Like Coach Poindexter, Coach Brent Sadebski over there. Ken Sanders.
Coaching change a make and break. Anything.
Does he still want to go to Penn State, crazy. Or is he?
He loves those coaches, those guys. So whether it's Penn State, if they stay there,
it's all about where they go.
I mean, I think that's kind of been his driving factor up till now. He's talked with Coach Campbell from Iowa State, and so
Coach Franklin's over at Virginia Tech.
Coach Franklin's at Virginia Tech. So Minnesota's talked. I mean, he's going to hopefully end up somewhere good. So he's got.
How big is he now?
He's taller than me. 6'1", and then probably 185. He's finally putting on some weight again.
I was going to ask, does he want to be a dentist?
No, he will not be a dentist. No, he will not be a dentist. So.
What position does he wants to play ultimately the next level?
He's a safety. Yep. That's kind of his. That's kind of his best position right now. He's got really good hands and ball skills. That's kind of what he does well. And he's a track guy. He placed in state, triple jump, long jump, hurdles. So that's kind of he'll be a pretty good football player. He's got to work on the snap. I still haven't been able to teach him how to hit people.
I mean, he's a little brother.
He should.
He's a little brother.
Got to finish through them.
Yeah. I mean, I could put the pads on and go run through them sometime. That's what I should do.
Y'all should get into an argument and say, go put the pads on.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then he's afraid of you.
Let him know.
Don't do that, man.
My body's on.
Hey, Bear, man, it was great talking to you.
Thank you, man.
It's been awesome following your career. I'm happy that you feel like you're in a good place.
Yes.
And good luck with the dentistry. And then don't forget, we need you in Pete's.
Yes.
All right. Barret Liebentritt here on the Let It Fly Show. All right, thank you to Barret. We appreciate him coming on and chatting with us.
He got a head on his shoulders.
He got a big old head.
I knew he was going to say that.
He got Sputnik. He got a satellite on that kid's head. But that's why he hit like he hit.
For sure.
He was a heat-seeking missile.
Head. Yeah.
He was, and he would just lay people out. And I remember watching him at Skutt, and then going back and asking Vers about. I'm like, damn, that kid.
For sure.
You know. And then you watch him develop, playing some tight end over at Notre Dame, and then moving over to playing fullback, the position that he belonged
I was
at.
always told that if you play fullback, running back as a kid, you can become fearless.
It is, yeah. You're running the walls constantly.
That's it.
You're running the walls constantly.
You got to give a hit or take a hit.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
All right, so we're not going to have a show after this, before the holidays, before the bowl game.
Dashing through the snow.
Having no show. We're gonna do the keys of the game.
Yeah.
Against Utah. Key number 1, MC Breed, baby.
Okay.
Ain't no future in the front. There ain't no future in it. 1991. In order to beat Utah, you have to be able to stop their run game.
Yep.
Only 2 teams this year, out of the 12 games they played, held them under 200 yards rushing. You have to be physical up front. Mm-hmm. There ain't no future in the front. And you got to be physical up front against this team. 12 offensive linemen, right?
Yeah.
Or excuse me, 2 offensive linemen are all Big 12 first team. And the Outland Trophy winner we'll interview this year,
crazy.
The left tackle, Spencer Fernando, he will be here.
Yes, sir.
They got talent.
Man.
I mentioned the 2 teams, Texas Tech and Kansas. The DC, interim DC, Phil Snow, along with help from Coach Rhule, and several other guys are working on fixing that front. Mm-hmm. You fix the front. You get those linebackers flowing where they need to be. You've got to be able to slow this run game down.
Right.
They haven't been able to do it most of the season. If they can do that, if they can point of attack, have contain, second level, fills, spills, does their job, they can stay in this game. That's the key one.
Yeah.
Key number 1.
You think the Huskers going to play like they don't got nothing to lose, or they going to play like, man, we playing a superior team?
Well, so this is funny because, after Frost got fired, and the following week or 2 weeks later, they ended up firing a defensive coordinator, right? So he got fired. And Bill Bush, who was like the special teams guy, moved to coaching defense. And all of a sudden, Nebraska tackled better. They looked better in general just after the coaching change. So I'm hoping that it inspires them that they're playing a top 15 team. It inspires them that they have a coaching staff that is new and teaching them different things, and go out there and they do what they have to do.
All right.
Number 2.
Let's get it.
Steve Miller Band.
Who's that?
1976. Song was called Fly Like an Eagle.
Oh, okay.
Famous line.
I never knew
who sang that.
Yeah.
And it's been remade multiple times.
All right.
But that's the original.
Okay.
Time keeps on slipping.
Space Jam. That's Michael Jordan's Space Jam.
Into the future.
Yeah.
You have to control the time possession in this game.
Yeah.
I mentioned the 2 teams. Texas Tech did it by having a really good front.
Right.
Kansas did it by owning the time possession. Kansas rushed 51 times for 290 yards.
They playing video games.
You have to control the time possession. Let me see. Kansas had 37 minutes to Utah's 23. They were 8 of 17 on third down. You have to be able to run the ball and control the time possession. You got to be looking up this, watching the time slip away.
Right.
Time slip away. They're on the bench. You're out there on offense. You're controlling the time of possession. That is how you do it.
This is going to be a full 4-hour game.
You hope it's shorter than that. You want a 3-hour game.
Okay.
You want running the ball, running clock. You want converting on third downs. Sometimes in a game like this,
I'm following you.
Sometimes in a game like this,
you
don't want to convert on second down.
I got you.
Say you got 2nd and 5. You would rather get 4 and have 3rd and 1
strategy
to burn another 40 seconds off the clock.
I'm with you.
That's what you're looking for.
Okay.
Now, Kansas did all of that, still lost. because they got outscored 21-7 in the fourth quarter. But it was efficient, and they stayed in the game.
For sure.
And that's what Nebraska has to do. Time keeps on slipping. The more it slips, the better for Nebraska. Number 3.
Got you.
Number 3. Headline number 3. My boys. The greatest married music couple of all time. Ashford and Simpson.
I knew he was going to say that.
Happy endings everywhere. Happy endings everywhere. Exactly.
I know that song.
I know you know it because you a DJ. Huge part of the game is going to be winning in the red zone.
Yeah.
You force them into a field goal when they're in the red zone.
Right.
You score a touchdown when you're in the red zone. Now, the percentages aren't great. Nebraska is second to last in all of college football in allowing teams to score once they get into the red zone. Mm-hmm. In case you're wondering, Utah is 26 in the country at doing that. But Nebraska's red zone scoring percent is 86%, which isn't bad. Mm-hmm. But Utah's red zone defense is 78%, which is pretty good.
Gotcha.
You have to have happy endings. You have a drive.
Right.
Drive is nice.
Right.
You get in the red zone, you have to produce points. And not 3s, 7s.
Right.
They get in the red zone, force a field goal.
Gotcha.
That is how you stay in this game. And that's what Texas Tech did to them early.
Right.
That's what Kansas did to them for 3 quarters.
Right.
They got to do the exact same thing. The song was, I like happy endings, never no tears. I like new beginnings, hopes, and no fears.
Right.
This is a new beginning for this team. New defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
New defensive line coach. New offensive line coach. It's a new team.
Right.
Happy endings. That's how they do it. Now, I will tell you that currently Utah is favored by 16.5.
I was about to go there.
It's a lot. It's a lot. My original prediction, because I have to make a prediction the Monday before we have the pre-show on Big Red Wrap-Up, I picked 38-17 Utah. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of changes since then, right? Emmett's not going to play. I don't know what they're going to have in terms of opt-outs. Nebraska's got new coaches in. They got a new offensive line coach in Jeep. Jeep is in. Gideon, Pillow, Gideon.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's in. Wade.
Yeah.
And, the defensive coordinator's helping out, and Phil Stowe has been very accomplished. If they do everything I said, they stay in the game.
Word.
Can they win it? I don't know. You got a score prediction?
That's real. Yeah.
You got a score prediction?
Yeah, I think they're going to. This is respectfully, too.
All right.
They're going to run it up on the Huskers.
Oh, man.
Reason why.
More than what I have?
Well, a little more.
Okay.
But the reason why is not because the Huskers ain't that. It's because they got the new. And sometimes when you got the new, you just kind of got to just go with your scheme and your plan.
Yeah.
And do what you got to do and prepare for the next year.
Okay.
And so, to me, I just think it's going to be more so of like 42.
42.
17.
Damn. That would be a butt whipping. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising.
No, that's what I'm
based
trying
off
to
of the line.
Yeah.
At 16.5, it wouldn't be.
I'm just being honest.
I'm like the opposite. I think the new is going to help them.
Okay.
I think this is the first game of the next year.
Word.
This is the first game of 2026.
Okay.
And that's how you got to treat it. Go out to Vegas.
Hope I'm wrong.
You'll have some fans there.
Yeah.
You got again.
Yeah.
You got to no future in the front. You got to play tough up front. Time keeps slipping. You got to make sure you burn off that. And of course, happy endings, you got to finish.
Facts.
And make sure they don't finish
right
in the red zone. All of that is very true.
Man.
Special thanks to Barret Liebentritt for coming in for us. The dentist, soon-to-be dentist, executive producer,
right.
Mike Allen. Our producer and runner of the board, Caleb, as well. And the video team from Stable Gray. Reminder, thank you to Bud Light. They make things
easy
to drink, easy to enjoy. All of those things, no matter where you are, you can enjoy that throughout Nebraska. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page. Like it.
Share it.
Whether it is Spotify, Apple, wherever it is, follow, like, and subscribe. We appreciate that. Josh, take us away.
Hey, Josh Jones here with Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.
Merry Christmas!